Part 1: The Gift. Lena was always a vivid dreamer. As a child, she would often wake up with detailed memories of fantastical adventures that she swore had really happened. As she grew older, she learned to control her dreams, to steer them in the direction she wanted and to conjure up whatever she desired. It wasn't until she turned 18, however, that Lena realized that she had a gift that was beyond mere control. She was able to enter other people's dreams, to slip into their subconscious and manipulate their thoughts and desires. At first, she thought it was just a fluke, a one-time occurrence, but as she experimented more and more, she realized that it was something she could do at will. Lena was terrified of what this meant. She had always been an introverted person, content to keep to herself and avoid conflict. The thought of being able to control other people's dreams, to shape their thoughts and desires, was overwhelming. But she knew that she couldn't keep her gift hidden forever. She had to learn to control it, to use it for good. Part 2: The Government Agency. It wasn't long before Lena realized that she wasn't the only one with this gift. There were others like her, people who had the ability to manipulate dreams. And there was a government agency that was dedicated to tracking them down and using their powers for their own gain. Lena was horrified at the thought of being captured and forced to use her gift against her will. She knew that she had to hide, to keep her powers a secret. But it wasn't easy. The government agency was always one step ahead of her, always watching, always waiting. One night, Lena had a dream. She was in a dark alley, surrounded by shadowy figures. They were closing in on her, their eyes glowing with an eerie light. Lena tried to run, but her legs wouldn't move. She was trapped. Suddenly, a figure appeared out of the shadows. It was a man, tall and muscular, with piercing blue eyes. He reached out a hand and pulled Lena to her feet. "Don't be afraid," he said, his voice low and soothing. "I'm here to help you." Lena felt a surge of relief. She didn't know who this man was, but she trusted him. He led her out of the alley and into a bright, sunny street. Lena blinked in the sudden light, disoriented. "Who are you?" she asked. The man smiled. "My name is Alex. I work for an organization that helps people like you. People with special gifts." Lena frowned. "What kind of organization?" Alex hesitated. "We're a group of people who believe that those with special abilities have a responsibility to use their powers for good. We protect people like you from those who would use you for their own gain." Lena felt a surge of gratitude. She had never met anyone who understood her gift, who didn't want to exploit her for their own purposes. "Thank you," she said. Alex nodded. "We need people like you, Lena. People who can manipulate dreams, who can enter the minds of others. We have a mission, a goal. We need your help." Part 3: The Mission. Lena was intrigued. She had never felt like she belonged anywhere, like there was a purpose to her gift. But now, with Alex and his organization, she felt like she had found her place. Alex told her about the mission. There was a man, a scientist, who had developed a device that could control dreams. The government agency was desperate to get their hands on it, to use it as a tool for control. Alex's organization believed that the device was too dangerous to fall into the wrong hands, and they were determined to stop the scientist from selling it to the government. Lena was hesitant at first. She had never been involved in anything like this before, never been part of a group that was fighting for a cause. But she felt a strong sense of duty, of responsibility. She knew that her gift could be used to make a difference, to protect people from harm. The mission was dangerous. They had to infiltrate the scientist's lab, steal the device, and destroy it before the government could get their hands on it. Lena was tasked with entering the minds of the scientists, to manipulate their dreams and convince them to abandon their project. It was a difficult task, but Lena was up for the challenge. She spent weeks practicing her technique, honing her skills. And finally, the night of the mission arrived. Lena slipped into the minds of the scientists, one by one, planting thoughts of doubt and uncertainty. She showed them visions of a future where the device was used for evil, where people's dreams were no longer their own. And slowly, one by one, they began to question their project. Meanwhile, Alex and his team broke into the lab and stole the device. They were just about to leave when the alarms went off. The government agency had caught them in the act. Lena knew that they had to hurry. She dug deeper into the scientists' minds, manipulating their dreams to make them forget about the device. And just as the government agents burst into the room, Lena whispered the final suggestion into their minds. The agents looked around the room, confused. They couldn't remember why they were there, what they were looking for. And as they searched the room, Alex and his team slipped out the back door with the device. Lena felt a surge of triumph. They had done it. They had protected the world from a dangerous device, and they had done it without any bloodshed. Part 4: The Aftermath. In the days and weeks that followed, Lena became a hero. Her name was in the news, and people hailed her as a savior, a protector of their dreams. But Lena knew that she couldn't rest on her laurels. There were still people out there who wanted to exploit her gift, who wanted to use it for their own gain. She knew that she had to be careful, to keep her powers hidden. Alex and his organization offered to help her, to train her in the art of dream manipulation, to give her a purpose. And Lena accepted. She felt like she had finally found a place where she belonged, a group of people who understood her and valued her for who she was. And as she looked out over the city, her mind buzzing with the possibilities of her newfound purpose, Lena felt a sense of peace. She knew that there were dangers ahead, that there would always be people who would try to exploit her gift. But she also knew that she was not alone, that she had a team of people who would always have her back. And for the first time in her life, Lena felt like she had a purpose. A reason to exist. And she knew that she would never give that up.